take a seat, stage. Good morning. I'm Dr. Jane Ponterio, Dean of Students and a proud alumna of New York Medical College School of Medicine. It is both, thank you. It is both an honor and a joy to serve as your Master of Ceremonies for the 29th Annual White Coat Ceremony of the New York Medical College School of Medicine. On behalf of the Board of Trustees and advisors, Dr. Edward Halpern, Chancellor and CEO of New York Medical College, Dr. Alan Kadish, President of Touro University and New York Medical College, Rabbi Moshe Krupka, Executive Vice President of Touro University, Dr. Neil Schluger, Dean of the School of Medicine, and all our administrators, deans, department chairs, faculty, alumni, marshals, and staff, both here and caring for patients today. I warmly welcome the class of 2029 and your families, friends, and loved ones to this milestone event. Please do take a moment right now to silence your cell phones or any other devices that you have, please. A ceremony of this magnitude is the result of months of thoughtful planning and dedicated teamwork. Many individuals, some visible today and others working behind the scenes, have contributed to making this day special. I'd like to especially acknowledge Michael Cotter and the media team, all our speakers and members of the stage party, my fellow deans in the Office of Student Affairs and House Advisory deans, all the other deans that are here today, and importantly, Mr. Jonathan Pesolano, Director of the Office of Student Affairs, whose skills and problem solving alongside Deans Sozo and Reynolds and the entire Student Affairs and Dean's Office staff made today possible. So let's give them a hand. To the families, partners, and friends of the class of 2029, your support has been and will continue to be essential. You've played a vital role in helping these students reach their moment right now, and we thank you deeply for that. Class of 2029, please join me in a round of applause to honor these fine folks. The White Coat Ceremony was first introduced in 1993 by Dr. Arnold P. Gold to emphasize the importance of humanism and professionalism in medicine, not just at graduation, but from the very beginning of medical school. The lapel pins you received today are from the Arnold P. Gold Foundation, a symbol of that commitment. Today marks the 29th year of this tradition at New York Medical College. As you don your white coat for the first time, you are not only stepping into a new chapter of your education, you are making a solemn promise to uphold the values of compassionate care and ethical practice. Later today, you will recite the oath you've written together here in front of your loved ones and mentors. It is our sincere hope and expectation that each time you wear your white coat, whether in moments of challenge or best outcomes, you will remember the pledge you make today and carry it with you throughout your careers. Thank you and congratulations once again to the class of 2029. I would like to ask the members of the audience to please rise for the national anthem as performed by members of the New York Medical College School of Medicine Arrhythmias. And please do remain standing until after the invocation. Arrhythmias, please.
Oh, say, can the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Arrhythmias. I would like to welcome Rabbi Moshe Krupka to the podium to offer the invocation for the white coat ceremony.
I have to tell you, those students are a tough act to follow. Avinu Shabbat our Heavenly Father, bless all those who have assembled here today to rejoice in this white coat ceremony of New York Medical College, the class of 2029. Almighty God, Rafei Chol Baso Maflila Asos, you are the healer of all flesh, wondrous in your acts. You've instructed and empowered humanity to cure the ill and provide comfort and aid to all of your children. We and all who are involved in this venerated citadel of medical education in Valhalla are your agents in your divine work of healing. May your abundant blessings always be showered on those who enter the halls of this institution. May you give strength, courage, and fortitude to the men and women who are beginning their professional training. Grant them the wisdom and the strength to heal the sick, to strengthen the weak, and to uplift those in despair. Almighty God, your benevolence and our faith in you have allowed us to reach this moment. We forever remain on the threshold of a new tomorrow filled with renewed hope. We ask that you continue to grant your creations increased safety, good health, and peace of mind, that you continue to bestow upon us the foresight and wisdom to perceive a brighter and more peaceful future. We thank you for allowing us to train and to provide comfort and to aid to all of your creations, and pray that you continue to grant us the insight and compassion so that we may make a difference to all of humanity. Now more than ever, as we gather as an academic community and as an extended Turo family, we ask that you bless this celebration and to smile upon the achievements of these men and women who have worked so diligently, who have accomplished so much, and who have so much more to offer. And dear God, we ask that you shower your blessings upon the families of these students, parents, spouses, children, and other dear ones who have been there for support and encouragement and have sacrificed so much so that these medical students can persevere and succeed. We seek your blessing and sustained support for the administration, faculty, and students of New York Medical College. Grant them the wisdom, resolve, and fortitude to continue our noble mission, our mission to serve, strengthen, and improve your world, dear God, your world with its rich diversity and ever-increasing potential for good. We ask for your continued siyata d'shmaya, divine guidance, so that we together can achieve that great potential. Amen. Please be seated. It's my distinct pleasure to introduce an alum of New York Medical College, the Director of Newborn Services at Good Sam Hospital, as well as the Chair of the New York Medical College Board of Advisors, Dr. Martin Kattenstein.
It's a pleasure to greet all of you today. Just want to take a brief, little quick interlude And so we just finished the holiday of Sukkot, and the school has certain closings on the days there, so we're all aware of it. And in that, we say a prayer, which we said all 7 days, Ana Hashem Hoshiana, Ana Hashem Hatzlichana. May God save us, may God make us successful. And I'd like to wish that blessing to all the first-year students. May you all be very successful. I'm Marty Katzenstein, and I am a New York Medical College class of 78 graduate. I'm a neonatologist. I take care of sick newborns. I also chair the New York Med Board of Advisors, which consists of people dedicated to New York Medical College and its students. We have physicians, accountants, business professionals on our board. We sponsor many students' activities, including educational seminars, the fitness center, and to my knowledge, the only golf simulator on a medical school campus, which is often used. We also sponsor a major golf tournament, which you are all invited to join. I thank you all for joining us today and finding this place. It's somewhat difficult. But today we are here to celebrate the White Coat Ceremony. What is that all about? The White Coat initiative was founded by Dr. Arnold Gold, a well-known pediatric neurologist at Columbia Physicians and Surgeons. He was known for his compassion for children and his diagnostic acumen. Dr. Gold conducted the first white ceremony at Columbia Medical School in 1993 in order to establish first-year students' commitment to humanitarian values in addition to their scientific training. Guess what? I knew Dr. Arnold Gold. I met him in my senior elective. He was a great humanitarian. He was a brilliant, caring, kind, and best described as a real mensch. He understood that the white coat gives all those who wear it a special privilege to care for another human being. And you must treat this privilege with the utmost respect. But in addition to the patient obligation which you are undertaking, I want all of you to accept what I'm calling a collegial obligation. And what does that mean? The next 4 years, you probably will spend more waking hours with your classmates than with your family. I will ask you to treat each other with humanitarianism, meaning treat each other with empathy, integrity, and kindness. Help each other. How can you help each other? One of you might be gifted in the subject of anatomy. Another of you might be gifted in the subject of biochemistry. Help each other, study with each other, lift each other up. How should you care for each other? Recognize your classmates if they are having physical, emotional, or psychological difficulties, and reach out to them. Try to help them or get them help. As Dr. Gold said, and I quote, "Humanism is in medicine, it's not an elective, it is a responsibility, your responsibility." I hope each and one of you will fill your responsibility. Best of luck to all of you, and I say to all of you, you can make it. Thank you. I would like to now introduce Audrey Wang and Sarah Ampelor, members of the class of 2026, to the podium to address the class.
Good morning, everyone, and especially the class of 2029. My name is Sarah Ampelor, and I'm the co-president of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. It feels like yesterday that I was on this stage trying not to cry as I wore my white coat for the first time. Today is an emotional day because we honor everything that you have done to earn your place here and wish you for the wish you the best for the journey ahead. You will face many challenges over the next few years, from memorizing every bacteria, virus, and fungus that exists, to thinking that you have every disease that you learn about. Medical school is where you discover how incredible the human body is and how capable your minds are. My advice for you all is to keep going back to why you wanted to become physicians in the first place, especially in difficult moments where you're stressed or overwhelmed. When I think about why medicine is fulfilling to me, it always comes back to the people. I'll never forget an elderly man who came to the emergency department with a headache. Based on his history and exam, we imaged his head and discovered a brain bleed. We managed his blood pressure in the ED for a few hours, and during that time, he told me about his life and his family. When his son came with a list of questions, what he really wanted to know was simple. Would his dad be okay? Could the worst scenarios that popped up on Google happen? Would the team taking care of his father guide them through what lay ahead? My patient ended up needing neurosurgery, and thankfully he recovered well. What I'll always remember, more than the diagnosis and scans, is the fear in their eyes that turned into determination and resolve as we discussed what the next steps were. I'll remember telling his son that he brought his dad to the hospital at the right time, that it was now our turn to do everything we could for them. That, to me, is the privilege of medicine. Not just diagnosing and treating disease, but being present with patients and their families on some of the scariest days of their lives. As you put on your white coats, think about what it means to you and what it signifies to the patients you will care for. When you're tired or you feel like you can't read one more page or do one more Anki, remember why you're doing this. Now please take a moment to think of the people who shaped your lives and helped bring you here today. They, along with our NYMC community, will carry you through your hardest times. When I tore my ACL in my first year, my friends literally carried me up the stairs. And hopefully this will remain a metaphor for you, but the people you're sitting next to will be your lifelong friends. From drawing pathways on whiteboards to studying for STEP and eventually editing residency applications together, these are the people who will understand you best and with whom you'll celebrate every win. And of course, we wouldn't be where we are without the unwavering support of our faculty who guide us through every step of the way and teach us how to wear our coats with knowledge and confidence. Congratulations again, class of 2029. I'm so excited for you all to begin this chapter, and I can't wait to see what you do next. And I'll invite my co-president, Audrey, to the podium.
Thank you, Sarah. Good morning, everyone. My name is Audrey. It's an honor to be up here to welcome you all, especially the class of 2029. To the class of 2029, congratulations. This is a huge milestone. You have worked so incredibly hard to get here, so take a moment to pause and truly celebrate yourselves. When I sat where you are now, I had no idea how much I'd learn, not just about medicine, but about people. You have probably already started to discover that the lessons you carry forward won't only come from textbooks and lectures, but from the patients you meet, the mentors who guide you, and the peers who walk beside you. Over the course of my training at NYMC, as I moved from the lecture halls to the hospital floors, I've had the privilege of witnessing some really remarkable moments that have stayed with me. The surgeon who pulled up a chair and drew an operation on a scrap of paper so the patient could better understand what to expect. The obstetrician who knelt to the ground, who embraced mothers through both overwhelming joy and profound loss. The pediatrician who knelt to the ground to make an exam feel less frightening, and the neurologist who listened patiently as a patient struggled to find words their brain no longer allowed, and really countless more. I've seen this dedication in my peers, the residents, nursing staff, everyone who works tirelessly to support patients, and it has helped shape my own approach to patient care. What those moments taught me is that medicine isn't just about science and memorizing facts, it's about humanism. It's the small gestures, the attentiveness, the presence, and the compassion that patients remember long after they leave the exam room. Today, as you step into your white coat, you are stepping into a role where you will touch hearts, earn trust, and witness life at its most fragile. You will be challenged, humbled, and inspired, and I hope you find meaning in every step of that journey. To the friends and families here today, thank you. You've supported our newest class through late nights, frustrations, all the ups and downs of this journey. You've celebrated their wins, lifted them when things got tough, and reminded them why they chose this path. They may be the ones wearing the coat today, but you help carry the weight of it. Welcome again, class of 2029. We are so lucky to have you and can't wait to see the incredible doctors you will become. Thank you.
Thank you, Audrey and Sarah. I would now like to invite Dr. Neil Schluger, Dean of the New York Medical College School of Medicine, to deliver his remarks.
Good morning, everyone. It's great to be with you. I have the wonderful personal and professional privilege this morning of introducing our keynote speaker, Dr. Renee Garrick, who will address the class in just a moment. Dr. Garrick is a graduate of Grinnell College in Iowa and the Rush College of Medicine in Chicago, trained in medicine at Bronx Municipal Hospital. And then I just realized this, looking over her CV the other day, was a fellow in nephrology, kidney disease, at the University of Pennsylvania for exactly the same 4-year period that I was a medical student there. And Renee, 10 short years later, here we both are on this stage. When we think about whom to ask to address the class at the white coat ceremony, there's only one criterion that we have in mind, and that is, who is the person that we want you to be like? Who should you emulate? Who is the right role model for you? And there's no question that Renee Garrick is that person. When I spoke to the class during orientation in July, during that week-long program, I first talked to the class. I talked about 3 qualities, characteristics that all of the members of the class should always strive for. Those are excellence. Excellence should be the only standard that we have as physicians, not the highest standard. It should be the only standard. The second was humility, remembering that you're here because you're good. You're not here because you're better. We're not better than the people we take care of. We're not better than the people we work with. We're good. You have to be good to get into medical school, but it doesn't mean you're a better human being. And so that quality of humility, I think, is extraordinarily important. And then the third quality that I spoke about in that first week is the requirement that you see every patient as someone who's deserving of the highest level of care and the greatest degree of compassion. You take care of every patient as if that patient were a member of your own family, someone that you love more than you love anyone else in the entire world, and approach that patient with that dedication. And I really can't think of anybody who embodies those values better than Dr. Garrick. She's excellent at what she does. I have to say, I hate to admit this, but by training, I'm a pulmonary and critical care physician, trained in internal medicine and pulmonary and critical care. I hate to admit it, but within departments of medicine, it's generally acknowledged that the nephrologists are the smartest people, as painful as that is for me to say. Dr. Garrick is certainly an excellent physician working in a very difficult field. She works very, very hard. I know I share this experience with many of my colleagues on the podium of getting a call very late at night from Dr. Garrick, who for the past 20 years has served as the chief medical officer at Westchester Medical Center. That is the person who is responsible ultimately for the quality of care delivered to every single patient in the hospital. That was her job and her responsibility. And as I said, many nights the phone would ring at 10 o'clock at night to talk about something in the hospital that needed attention during the time I was serving as chairman of the Department of Medicine. And third, as I said, I know from personal experience that Renee really has dedicated herself to making sure that every single patient who has come through the doors of Westchester Medical Center for these last many, many years receives compassionate care, excellent care, the full attention of the medical staff, as if that patient were a member of her own family. And so for all those reasons, I think she's really the perfect person to address the class today, and it's really my pleasure to call Dr. Garrick to the podium.
Good morning, everyone. So you just learned a lot about me. Now you know how old I am. Thank you, Neil. If my mother were alive, my mother might have written that, so thank you. So honestly, and you know I'm a very big pain because you heard I call people late at night. So that sums it up, and now it's really my great privilege and honor to have been asked to speak to you today, and I wanted to begin by offering my welcome to that you already heard from Dr. Ponterio, to our faculty, our friends, our parents, but most importantly, to the New York Medical College class of 2029. So today, I'd like to reflect a bit on your class and on the challenge and expectations and the enormous awards and rewards that await you, our young students, as you embark on your training as your career as physicians. So who is this class of 2029? Let me first share with your parents that your undergraduate time was well spent, as were your tuition dollars. We received about 9,600 applications, conducted over 1,000 interviews, and 233 students were admitted, about 2.5% of the class. And you're here with us today. Your class is diverse. They deserve that. Your class is diverse, very talented. In fact, almost 20% of you already have advanced degrees. And what about New York Medical College? What kind of school have you chosen? So, like you, NYMC is very diverse. We have over 1,900 faculty. We have faculty from over 68 countries and many ethnicities. Your school leadership and its clinical and academic faculty are committed to excellence in education, research, service, grounded in integrity, intellectual curiosity, and respect for human dignity. Those are the words on the front page of our mission statement, on the front of our website. They sound pretty good, don't they? But let's look deeper and see what they really mean. The faculty of NYMC have averaged about 900 publications annually each year for the last 5 years, have authored, edited, or contributed to over 340 books, and have contributed to the unraveling of the spread of COVID. Yes, the faculty and students of NYMC are dedicated to scientific excellence. Sadly, however, as you all know, scientific literature has been bombarded recently by shoddy science, by ubiquitous advertisements about the curative powers of everything from pink salt, right? Pink salt. Going to be the Surgeon General, I won't say it, to raw milk. Unfortunately, hoaxes in science and medicine are not new. About 125 years ago, right around the turn of the century, there was another hoax about this thing called radium. And radium salt was added to all kinds of things, food, beverages, toothpaste. Honestly, there was even a face cream made out of radium. And to be honest, I probably would have tried it because it says it was a curative power for aging. Unfortunately, there were some very, very serious consequences from that radium hoax. In the tradition of NYMC, Dr. William Diffenbach, who graduated in the class of 1900, was a serious scientist. He carefully studied the potential use of radium in clinical medicine, and in 1905, he successfully demonstrated that it could be used for the treatment of cancer. Some have credited him with being the father of radiation oncology. Fast forward to 2025. Last week, the most recent edition of the seminal text on radiation oncology was published. The senior editor of that work is our chancellor, Dr. Edward Halpern. Yes, science excellence is alive and well at New York Medical College. What about the other attributes that are on our front page of the guiding principles? What about compassion, integrity, and humanism? You've heard that today's white coat ceremony was founded by Arnold Gold. So every year, the Arnold Gold Foundation for Humanism gives an award in medicine to one faculty member. That's it, one, nationwide. The 2025 recipient is Mil Etienne. Mil is our Vice Chancellor and Associate Dean of Students. You're very fortunate. He will be one of your teachers and one of your mentors. Yes, we take our mission very seriously. So now what about you? What about this class of 2029? The science of medicine is changing extremely rapidly. In 1953, the year I was born, the structure of DNA was first unraveled, and the polio vaccine was created. The use of DNA technology in medicine has expanded rapidly in my lifetime, and together, we have all seen the use of the first ever mRNA vaccine used to help cure what we hope will be the worst pandemic and maybe the only pandemic of our lifetime. Your careers will be faced with a new and difficult task. You'll have to figure out the hiccups and the hallucinations of alternative medicine as it tries to pollute the science of healthcare. So the science and technology of healthcare is extremely exciting, and it advances very quickly. And one of the things that you will do today is to commit yourselves to being lifetime learners. And you will commit yourself to using the information that's gained from that science effectively, thoughtfully, for the care of your patients. You'll also promise to work to ensure that the advances will be available to all of your patients, regardless of their wealth, social standing, ethnicity, or political leanings. Surely, as you advance in your training, you will learn much about the science of medicine. But what about the art of medicine? When you think of your careers as physicians, when you look into the mirror, what kind of doctor do you imagine yourself becoming? I'm pretty sure that when I was a young med student, I figured if I learn all the anatomy and all the physiology, I'll be okay, I'll be a good doctor. But over my career, I've learned that the science of medicine and the practice of medicine are actually two very different things. I wanted to share a story this morning and offer some thoughts about what I have learned along the way about what it means to be a physician. About a year ago, I received a phone call from a dear friend. Her tearful voice was shaking as she rapidly explained that her 12-year-old grandson had been bicycling to an after-school dentist appointment. The truck that hit him was a big thing. The driver hadn't even seen him. She said he had been crushed by the truck and was being raced to our emergency room. The ensuing scene in the emergency room and in the OR involved nurses, technicians, radiologists, couriers, the entire blood bank, and highly skilled teams of 20 different teams of surgeons from trauma, orthopedics, vascular, abdominal surgery, and urology. For many weeks, it was unclear if he'd even live, much less walk. One Saturday afternoon, he needed to be raced back to the OR. There was a grave emergency. The blood supply to his leg had been cut off, and he was at risk for losing his entire limb. The team needed the expert help from one of our leading vascular surgeons, but he was away. He was on vacation with his family. After a few phone calls, we reached him. He left his vacation, said goodbye to his family, and raced back to the hospital to help save that young man's leg. The young man endured a long and arduous course in the hospital, and when he left to go to rehab, the entire team held a big clap out for him. Most of his doctors were there, and hundreds of staff members. This past August, young Alex attended our Trauma Survivor Day, and remarkably, he walked in using only a cane. As I sat with my friend, it was enormously clear that they had great respect for the amazing skill of our team. But that's not what they spoke about. Instead, the family shared how the doctors treated them, how they made them feel, their kindness and compassion as they sat by their beds, holding his hand and giving him and his parents hugs. Those physicians, they will be your mentors. They will help guide you and teach you. And they will share with you what many before us have already learned, that the soul of medicine, the art of being a physician, is learning that what really counts in life, what really matters, is rarely visible to the naked eye. The story of this young man teaches us many things about the role of a physician. You will learn that your patients will come to you in their most vulnerable moments, and they will share with you their deepest secrets and their fears, and they will trust you to help them and to heal them if you can. It's a remarkable privilege to be a doctor. In some ways, there's something almost sacred about it. The relationships that you forge with your patients are part of the very deep fabric of medicine. And as you advance in your training, I plead with you, don't listen to what you hear from managed care companies and from the business of medicine. Your patients will never be your customers. They will never be your clients. When you go to buy a car, when you buy a pair of shoes, you're a customer. I am sure that those wonderful people who helped you are not worrying at night whether you like the color of your car or if your shoes fit you. But I guarantee you that the physicians who took care of my friend's grandson worried lots of times at 3 in the morning about how he was doing as they strive to give him the best possible care. The care that this young man received also shows us that the road to clinical success takes an entire team, all working together. As you advance in your training, you must be careful about the arrogance that can come from learning and from knowledge. You also have to be careful about becoming the person in charge. If someone says to you that you're doing something perhaps incorrectly, or offers you some advice about some detail that you might have missed, the words you are looking for are thank you. There's no ego in medicine. It's not a game of egos. The practice of medicine instead means putting your egos aside, and instead learning to be comfortable asking and answering clarifying questions of yourselves, your classmates, your faculty, and yes, your patients. In that way, we can provide the best possible care together as a group as we try to care for the people who count on us. There are a few other things that I think you should reflect about as you think about your training. Over time, believe it or not, becoming a physician will become commonplace to you, but it will never be commonplace to your patients. The message that you will share with your patients can be life-changing. As you develop your own bedside manners, you'll be speaking with people whose life circumstances, dreams, and struggles are very, very different from your own. As you sit next to your patients, and notice, I said as you sit next to your patients, not as you type on the computer, not as you stand in the doorway, but as you sit next to your patients, remember, this is not a task. This is something that has grave and serious consequences to them. Think first before you say anything, and please always be kind. We understand that these conversations can be very difficult, and your faculty and your mentors are here to help you as you learn to do these things and will help guide you through them. It's also important to remember that you did not get here alone. Your friends and families and loved ones care deeply about you and you for them. Remember their needs too. We often put the needs of others before our own, and as we do, we sometimes forget that we need to take good care of ourselves too, and of our families, the same way that we do of our patients. Today, you're about to don your white coat, the white coat of a physician for the very first time in your lives. It's a serious accomplishment, and you should be very proud, and you should don it with pride, but you should also don it with a purpose. Well, some might talk about helping others, That is something that you will do every day of your career. So when it's late at night and you're tired and you have one more lab to check or one more note to write or one more call to answer, take a look in the mirror and remember why you chose the profession of medicine and what an enormous privilege it is to be a doctor. And remember, too, the words of Emerson, who said, "To know that one life has breathed because you have lived is a life well lived." And remember, too, that what lies behind you and what lies ahead of you are but tiny, tiny things compared to what lies within you. We wish you all the great success and Godspeed as you look within yourselves to help those around you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Garrick. So students, the moment your families and all of us have been waiting for has arrived. We will now proceed with investing you with your white coats. Investors, please take the stage as I call your names. Dr. Ruth Alejandro, Dr. Lodescar, Dr. Garber, Dr. Henley, Dr. Traore, Dr. Martin, Dr. Giamelli, Dr. Pesolano, Dr. Spunknabel, Dr. Etienne, Dr. Rackling. I'll ask you to please hold your applause until all the students have their coats on. Lily Abulagad. Noah Afiz. Abdullah Al-Shibli. Jonathan Al-Fakuri. Ahmed Al-Samak. Mariam Alex. Praharshitha Alam. Ari Alter. Perla Almanzar. Brooke Altnew. Melissa Arboleda. Investors, coat your student doctors. Okay, exit stage left, stage right. Devora Fertel. Annabelle Buttonweeser. Mina Baha. Siddharth Barathi. David Bauman. Sarah Benton. Benzion Berkowitz. Matthew Berdicek. Zan Bodie. Theodore Bortz. Nathaniel Bose. Alexander Brancato. Investors, quote your student doctors. Exit, exit, stage right. There you go. Okay. Nicholas Midlow. James Can. Rebecca Breen. Olivia Cartano. Erin Casey. Jacob Chaco. Alexis Chan. Amalia Charadin. Inkjo Chavla. Andrew Chen. Samantha Chen. Guy Chernin. Investors, quote your student doctors. Okay, here we go. That's it. Yep. Lead the way. Taylor Choi. Bhumika Chaudhry. Danwantari Chowdhury. Sean Coakley. John Krupe. Matthew Cruz. Kevin Cutler. Alexandria Dangeva. Isha Das. Lucas Jolin. James de Blasi. Isabella Dayani. Investors, please quote your student doctors. Very nice. Okay. Israel Drizzen. Tanisha Digay. Christian Donlin. Christopher Elwell. Zayed El-Nagi. Carolyn Falco. Jenna Faris. Juliana Fabrizio. Rafi Feig. James Fields. Robert Fox. Allison Forte. Investors, please quote your student doctors. Good job, okay. Lucas Gabercorn. Rena Gambier. Sebastian Gastelum. Megan Geary. Sashi Gerard. Ian Gessemian. Moshe Glick. Bracha Glak. Alicia Gasol. Spencer Gray. Gabriel Grulon. Lisa Guzman. Investors, please quote your student doctors. Okay, good job. Olivia Hagopian. Alexander Hammerich. Justin Hahn. Rachel Hannon. Sarah Hanna. Amy Howe. Fang Yuan Hao. Samir Hassan. Megan Hu. Annika Hill. Ishwan Yu. Abigail Hyun. Investors, please quote your student doctors. Okay, there you go. There you go. Off to the right. Follow the leader. Okay. Elitsa Ilieva. Gabriel Ilyansky. Serena Iraj. Give me a second. Kian Jabarzadeh. Anne-Marie Jacob. Catherine Jano. Prabhajat Jatana. Anthony Kang. Haimi Kang. Joshua Kang. Aaron Kelly. Luke Kenny. Investors, please quote your student doctors. Okay, tippy toe, tippy toe, tippy toe. Tippy toe, let's go. Preeti Kota. Caitlin Knight. Daniel Kozerski. Krishna Koka. Francis Knapp. Young Kim. Noah Kosnick. Zachary Klinger. Ethan Clayman. Namritha Kumar. Eva Kowalski. Talia Kronish. Investors, quote your student doctors. There we go. Okay. Alexander Koransadji. Camille Lawson. Ni Lee. David Lowy. Benjamin Lieberman. Isabel Lehman. David Lay. Emily Law. Dorian Lawson Qureshi. David Lightman. David Leonorowitz. Grace Liberatore. Investors, quote your student doctors. Kobe Light. Oh, go, 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 go. Aaron Lubat. Madeline Macy. Hold on. I'd like to invite Dr. Ledmer to the stage. Uh-huh.
Do you have the card? Sorry. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sofia Majarova. Nikhil Malik. Olivia Maman. Pranit Manohar. Gary Margosian. Aiden Matthews. Please remember to silence your cell phones. Connor Matz. Ryan McCarthy. Catherine McDonough. Investors, please quote your student doctors. Okay. Thank you. Hold on, we'll give them a second. Hold on. Sophia McKee. Oh, I'm sorry, Solana McKee. Madeline Menon. Elazar Mermelstein. Stephen Michael. Miles Miller. Natasha Malora. Chanel Minto. Dina Modlin. Victoria Mondejar. Isaac Morales. David Morris. Thank you. Alexandra Musat. Investors, please coat your student doctors. Okay. Thank you. Stephanie Nyes. Sabrina Ng. Taylor Orban. Mackenzie O'Reilly. Krishna Parikh. Emily Parslow. Saya Patel. Suhana Patel. Aishwarya Bhatri. Jonathan Patterson. Aiden Peck. And Mussy Pellis. Investors, please coat your student doctors. Sarah Raymond. Jenny Wren. Shruti Ramanand. Bhairavi Rajasekar. Samin Rahman. Nicole Rabadi. Amit Puthan. Aaron Price. Anna Portnoy. Kenna Pollard. Christopher Piccirillo. And Sophia Rend. Investors, coat your student doctors. Okay, move along, please. Okay. Darianne Rogers. Jean Rosa. Jack Rosenthal. Ksenia Rosanova. Yusuf Saeed. Sohan Saha. Christophe Olivier St. Pierre. Catherine Samaniego. Samuel Samos. Sydney Saviano. Riley Scanlon. Sydney Schweber. Investors, coat your student doctors. Okay, move along, please. Thank you. Grace Selecki. Daniel Schifte. Angelina Shoemaker. Ashley Shu. Tara Stern. Rebecca Siegel. Jack Silvera. Agam Singh. Maggie Smart. Eleanor Smealy. Julia Smith. Joshua Sodden. Investors, please coat your student doctors. Okay, thank you. Give them a minute. Kiana Sung. Matthew Sodano. Zachary Sohn. Divya Sood. Reed Spons. Tessa Spangler. Sonia Stan. Alan Suarez. Ian Sullivan. Rhythmik Swaminathan. Justin Tan. Thank you. Christine Tat. Investors, coat your student doctors. Thank you. Hold on, just give them a second. Ishan Tawari. Neil Tangal. Anthony Tortora. Thank you. Matthew Trandafirescu. Yehuda Tannen. Michael Uretsky. Clara Vaduva. Morella Verdi. Ava Waggett. Brady Wallace. Jennifer Wang. Megan Wang. Investors, coat your student doctors. Ayla Weiss. Charles Wells. Christopher Wu. Julia Whalen. Anthony Wickett. Molly Wilde. Joshua Windward. Victoria Shu. Isabel Yang. Hannah Young. Natalie Yusefian. And Natalie Yuge. Investors, coat your student doctors. Chito Young. Annie Zhang. Jeremy Zhang. Julia Zhu. Ezra Zimble. Sasha Zitter. Investors, coat your student doctors. Congratulations to the class of 2029. Thank you, investors. You may now be seated. I would like to invite Professor Kajdan and Dr. Etienne to the podium to introduce the class of 2029 medical student oath.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. I'm Professor Lila Kajdan, Dean of Ethics and Professionalism here at New York Medical College. Every year, as part of the white coat ceremony at New York Medical College School of Medicine, our medical students are charged with creating their own medical student oath, which they recite at their white coat ceremony. This oath is intended to guide the students throughout their time in medical school until they take the Hippocratic Oath at graduation. An email goes out to the entire class explaining the process, and we identify a core group of students to lead their class in the oath writing process. We have numerous meetings on Zoom, and as we prepare the oath, we send a working copy of the oath to the entire class to get feedback, as we want every student to have the opportunity to contribute to the oath. The students create an oath that is of them and for them. We appreciate the high level of respect and the commitment that these students consistently demonstrate in preparing their oath. These students were deliberate and very careful, very serious with the words they selected to guide them through their medical studies.
Before we proceed to reciting the oath, I would like to recognize that core group of students who spent quite a few hours preparing the oath. This newly assembled team of students worked together like a team of seasoned veterans who knew just how to get the job done. As I call your name, please stand to be recognized. Emily Luo. Please wait until I read the last name for applause. Emily Luo, Reed Spans, Rebecca Siegel, Samin Rahman, Sarah Hanna, Ayla Weiss, Clara Vaduva, Matthew Matthew Soldano, Brady Wallace, Sasha Zitter, Gabriel Ilyansky, that's second warning, Annie Zhang, Julia Smith, Francis Knapp, Alicia Gosal, Krishna Koka, Stephen Michael, Darian Rogers, and Solana McKee. Thank you. Now I ask all members of the New York Medical College School of Medicine, class of 29, to please rise so you can proceed with reciting your medical student oath. Please repeat after me. As members of the New York Medical College School of Medicine, class of 2029, we accept our white coats and commit to upholding the responsibilities they symbolize. I acknowledge the weight of my new role and I commit to caring for my future patients with compassion and respect. I welcome the camaraderie of my classmates and will foster our collective success through mutual support. I vow to advocate for the communities I serve, striving to create accessible and equitable healthcare for all. I commit to a lifelong pursuit of knowledge that is grounded in humility and sustained by curiosity. I will learn from the wisdom of my teachers, my peers, and my patients. I vow to responsibly embrace the evolving role of science and technology in medicine. Using it to strengthen my practice, while upholding the integrity of the doctor-patient relationship. I will be a trusted source of information to my patients and my community. And I will incorporate the highest standards of scientific evidence into my practice. I vow to practice medicine with a holistic perspective, honoring my patients' beliefs and experiences in the care I deliver. I will guide my patients and their loved ones through their most vulnerable moments, balancing hope with honesty, and providing comfort and dignity until the end. I will persevere through the rigors of my medical training while remaining connected to the aspects of my life that provide meaning and joy. I make these commitments with optimism, gratitude, and dedication. I accept the great responsibility entrusted to me as I grow into this white coat. Thank you. Louder. Yeah. Don't hold back now. Come on. All right. Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's how you do it. There you go. Stand up. Yeah. All right. You all do a great job of following directions. Thank you very much. You may be seated.
That was great. The applause was almost as long as the oath. That's great. Faculty, administration, parents, guests, and students, the white coat ceremony has concluded. Please remain in your seats until the stage party and the students have completed the recessional. Enjoy the rest of your day. Once again, congratulations all.